That looks quite good there. Once we've done that, we don't need to work in this comp anymore. So you can actually close this if you want, unless you want to go back and make any changes to the settings later, depending on how it looks in your final composition, which is here. So I'm going to leave it open for now, but we're going to switch back to our master composition. Now what we're going to do is, because we applied an effect, it's moved to the effects controls panel. We're just going to click the tab of project. I'm going to click and drag this comp 1 into our project, into our timeline, and it actually doesn't matter where we place this, because it's not going to be, the layer itself is not going to be visible, and we're going to use it as part of this adjustment layer, which you'll see in a minute. So we can put it anywhere in the timeline and just click the little eyeball and make it invisible. So once we've done that, we can go to our adjustment layer, and if you remember, I've explained before that adjustment layers affect every layer below it. So if there was 5 layers below this, it would affect all of them. This is why we're using an adjustment layer for this. And, if you have got multiple layers, always make sure that in this instance the adjustment layer is directly below your actor or your footage. So with the adjustment layer selected, we're going to go to the effects and presets panel again, and we're going to look for an effect called displacement map here, and we can just double click on that and it'll bring it out here. And what we want to do is we want to choose the displacement layer. So we click on this and we can choose comp 1. And as you can see, it's started to warp our background image, not our actor because it's below it, but if we actually click and drag through this, you can see that the background is distorting based on the settings that we had here. So thinking about it as an alpha channel, if you've ever used 3D programs and you've got what's called a bump map, it's kind of the same as an alpha channel, where if we were doing green screen, black would equal transparent, white would equal opaque. What this is saying is it's the height of displacement. So where it's black, it's completely flat, there's no displacement happening. As it gets closer and closer to white, more displacement happens, so it's the height of it. So if you think about looking at, if you were looking at a mountain range from a bird's eye view looking down, these white areas would be the peaks and these black areas would be the land, and all these grey areas in between would be the slope of the actual mountain itself. That's the easiest way to think about it, like that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to change this adjustment layer and we're going to make it use an alpha matte of our actor. So what that means is, if we look